Okay, financial statement analysis. Uh, Let me start now. Financial statement. Statements analysis. In the previous chapter, already I told you that we have a different types of financial statement like an income statement, balance sheet, statement of cash flow. So these are the different types of statement. So to make an analysis of these statement, analyze these financial statement. So we have a different ratios. So financial statement analysis, it is used to analyze the financial statements it is used to analyze the financial statements using different ratios to provide the relevant information to users of financial statements. Users of financial statements. तो ये जो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट एनालिसिस है इससे हम लोग क्या करते होते हैं कि वी एनालाइज द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स को हम एनालाइज करते होते हैं सो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट को हम लोग एनालाइज करते हैं विद द हेल्प ऑफ डिफरेंट रेशियोज टू प्रोवाइड द रेलेवेंट इंफॉर्मेशन टू द यूजर्स ऑफ फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट ताकि हम जो फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट्स के यूजर्स हैं so that we can provide information to the users of financial statement for decision making for decision making आवाज नहीं आप लोगों को आ रही है मुझे तो मेरी तरफ से तो ठीक है Is it my noise clear or not? Can you listen me? Can you listen me clearly? So financial statements. So these statements are used to analyze the financial statements and to provide the relevant information to the users of financial statement for decision making. On the basis of this analysis, the users of financial statement will decide should they invest in this business, what is the performance of this business, what is the financial position of this business. So all these decisions can be taken by the users of financial statement. So on the basis of this analysis. So this analysis is called what? Financial statement analysis. And this financial statement analysis can be made with the help of a ratio analysis. With the help of a ratio analysis. Who are the relevant users? The relevant information for relevant users. So actually we have these three types of users here. The one is management who is carrying on the business, who is controlling the business. So that is called management. They need information for the purpose of controlling of cost, to improve the profitability of the organization, to increase the profitability of the organization. So for this purpose, they need the relevant information. Similarly, there is another one, lenders. So lenders are those people who are providing loans or debts to the organization. Loans are debts to the organization. Lenders वो लोग होते हैं जो कि organization को loans देते हैं और कर्ज देते हैं. Management जो है who is carrying on the business, who is controlling the business, who is managing the business. So they need the relevant information to control the cost, to minimize the cost, to increase the profitability of the organization. Okay. और ये जो कर्ज ख्वाह है lenders होते हैं, so they need information. Should they extend a loan to this organization or not? क्या उसे इस organization को loan देना चाहिए कि नहीं देना चाहिए? If they are going to extend the loan, so अगर कल को कर्ज वो दे दें, and if company did not return their loans, then there will be a possibility of defaulting of the loans. Similarly, and the third type of users of financial statement are shareholders and investment analysis. Shareholders, these are the owners of the company. Shareholders, so these are the investors, these are the owners of the company, or are other people who are interested to buy the shares of this company. So they also need the relevant information to decide should they make investment in this company or not. Should they buy the shares of this company or not? Will the buying the shares of this company be profitable for them in the future or not? So for this purpose, they need accounting information. They need accounting information. So what is interpretation? Your interpretation, so it means to analyze the information using the different figures and ratios to take a decision about the relevant problems or decision packages. So interpretation means, so we will use some specific ratios. So with the help of these ratios, so we will analyze the financial statement of an organization to reach about a decision. So should they make an investment in this company? Should they extend a loan to this company? And what is the performance of this company? What is the financial position of this company? So all these things can be known with the help of this what? Interpretation. Can be known with the help of this what? Interpretation. And what are the techniques of interpretation? So with the help of ratios, information can be interpreted, but the following factors should also be considered. Market in which the business is operating, and general economic conditions of the country, and the size of the business in relating to the competitors. So whenever, for example, you are comparing your business with another organization, the size of both organizations must be same. You cannot compare a small organization with a large organization, or you cannot compare, for example, an educational institution with the, for example, sugar mills. If you want to make a comparison of an organization, so an educational institution can be compared with an educational institute to evaluate the performance of those educational institutions. अगर आपकी कोई शुगर की मिल है तो उसको शुगर की मिल के साथ ही कंपेयर करके, so you can evaluate the performance of those factories and mills here. Okay, so this is the concept of this one, techniques of this interpretation. Ratio calculation. So there are a number of ratios we will be calculating here, which can be used to evaluate the performance of the organization. Okay, so these ratios in broad categories. So ratios can be classified into interpretation. Mean we will be using some interpretation. Interpretation means using the different ratios. So we will analyze the financial statement of any organization to reach about a decision. What is the performance of this organization? What is the financial position of this organization? Should we invest in this organization or not? Interpretation का मतलब ये होता है कि you will check, you will analyze the financial statements of the organization. जो भी organization है, any organization, whether a profit organization, whether a non-profit organization, so every organization have its financial statements. And what are the major financial statements? I told you, like a income statement, balance sheet, statement of cash flows. So these are the different statements. So we will analyze these financial statements, and with the help of some ratios. So some ratios will be calculated, and these ratios will be used to evaluate the financial performance and financial position of an organization. Whether the company is going into the profit or losses, and what will be the future of this organization. So all these can be done with the help of the ratios, and this process is called what? interpretation. This process is called what? Interpretation. This process is called what? Interpretation. Or in interpretation we will not just depend on only ratios. We will also consider the market in which the business is going on. कि market trends क्या जा रहे हैं, market किस तरह की जा रही है. If the market is going down, then how can the business flourish? Business कैसे flourish कर सकता है? So you also, whenever you are going to analyze an organization, so then you people also have to consider the market conditions and also the economic conditions of the country, and the size of the business in relation to the competitors will also be compared. As a large organization cannot be compared with a small organization. आप किसी बड़ी organization को छोटी organization के साथ आप compare नहीं कर सकते हैं. If you want to make the comparison of two organizations, the size of the organization must be same or near about. Must be same or near about. So these are the techniques we have to consider along with the ratios. In the preceding topics, we will be calculating the different ratios, so which are going to be used to analyze the financial statements. So we have a number of ratios, so which will be used to calculate, to analyze to evaluate the financial position and performance of the calculation. When calculating the ratios, the two main points bear in mind. Calculate only those ratios which are relevant to the needs of the users and state the definition of each ratio. So whenever we are going to calculate the ratios, first we must know what is the meaning of this ratio, what is the purpose of this ratio, and we should calculate only those ratios which are relevant to the users. For example, for management there will be a separate ratios, for investors there will be a separate ratios, and for lenders there will be a separate ratios. So lenders will be interested in the ratios which are relevant to them, and investors are interested in the ratios which are relevant to them. So similarly, whenever we are going to calculate the ratios must be on the basis of requirement of the users of the financial statements. Okay. So when we have, this is the whole process of interpretation. Okay. First we will calculate the ratios. So having calculated the ratios, the result must be analyzed. Consideration must be given to the following matter. If a ratio has been computed over a number of periods, so does it show a worsening or improving situation? If, for example, we have calculated the ratios for the previous 2-3 years, for example, for 2017, 18, 19, for the previous 3 years, we have calculated the ratios. Then by comparing these 3 years, so we can easily evaluate the performance of an organization or position of an organization, whether its performance going good or bad, going good or bad. तो रेशियो एनालिसिस में जब हमने रेशियोज कैलकुलेट की हुई हैं, अगर हमने पीरियड के बेस के ऊपर रेशियोज कैलकुलेट की हुई हैं, पीरियड के बेस के मतलब ये है कि हमने पिछले 3 साल की हमने रेशियोज निकाल ली है. तो जब हम इन 3 साल की रेशियोज को आपस में कंपेयर करेंगे, विद 2017 में क्या पोजीशन थी, 2018 में क्या थी, 2019 में क्या थी, इन तीनों सालों की पोजीशंस को हम क्या कर सकते हैं, we can compare these ratios and we can easily know whether the organization is going good or bad, going good or bad. This is the one way to evaluate the performance of an organization by comparing a past transaction, by comparing a past periods, so we can evaluate the performance of an organization. There is another way, so we can compare the ratios against the standard benchmark. Sometimes we can set a benchmark, we can set a standard. So then at the end of each year, so whatever is our ratios coming, whatever is our performance coming, so this performance can be compared against a benchmark, against a specific standard, whether we are meeting that standard or not, whether we are meeting that standard or not. So this is called, ratios can be compared against the objective standard or against the benchmark, specific benchmark there. Okay. Our ratios, do all the ratios when taken together support the conclusions drawn from each individual ratios. So then on the basis of all individual ratios, we will get up to a summary or a conclusion whether overall organization performance is going good or not. हम एक एक रेशियो को हम क्या करेंगे, एनालाइज करेंगे। फिर उस एक एक रेशियो को एनालाइज करने के बाद हम देखेंगे कि क्या इन रेशियो की बेस के ऊपर ओवरऑल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन परफॉर्मेंस इज गोइंग गुड और नॉट। On the basis of each ratios analysis, so we will try to conclude so whether overall organization performance is going good or not. So this is the concept of this one, shortcomings of this organization. Any question? Okay, ये इसमें नहीं है, ये मैं इसका इसमें से निकाल देता हूँ। अच्छा, interpretation for a non-profit organization. Interpretation for non-profit organization. So in case of a non-profit organization, whenever we want to interpret, कि जब हम किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को non-profit organization को हम इंटरप्रेट करना चाहते हैं, what to revise? Ratio analysis को we calculate ratios to analyze the performance of an organization. We calculate ratios to analyze, to evaluate the performance of an organization. Then these ratios can be used to compare against the, let me tell you, for example, interpretation. Financial statement analysis or interpretation, same concept is there. Interpretation, I told you, interpretation. Interpretation, it can be done with the help of ratios used to evaluate the performance of an organization. Performance of an organization. And ratios can be compared. Ratios can be compared, number one, against previous periods. Can be compared against previous period. To know the performance of an organization against a specific standard or benchmark. Standard or benchmark. आप कोई standard set कर सकते हो या कोई benchmark कर सकते हो, उसके against compare करके you can evaluate the performance of an organization. Number 3, against other organizations. Against other organization in the similar industry. In the similar industry. For example, if we want to evaluate the performance of Abyssinian University, so then it can be compared against a city university or Sarhad University, like the same type of universities in the private sector. Okay, so that is called to evaluate the performance of the organization. Evaluate the performance of the organization. Okay, these are the ways to evaluate the performance of the organization. And in case of a interpretation for this is in case of a business organization. Interpretation in case of a business organization. And when we want to make a interpretation of non-profit organization, interpretation of non-profit organization, Non-profit organization actually are those organizations, non-profit organizations are those organizations so who are working for the welfare of the society, not for earning profit. These organizations, these organizations are working for the welfare of human beings or society, not for earning profit, not for earning profit. So in case of so they are doing, so in case of three, the performance of these organizations, the performance of these organizations can be evaluated with the help of three E's. Three E's. What are these E's? The one is economy. Do you know about economy? What is the meaning of economy? Do you know what is the meaning of economy? One is economy, and the second one is effectiveness. Effectiveness, and the third E is efficiency. Whenever we want to evaluate the performance of an NGO or non-profit organization, so normally we use the concept of these three E's: economy, effectiveness, and efficiency. So do you have any idea about what is this economy? Any one of you? Economy means acquiring the resources at lowest cost, but maintaining quality. This is called economy. This is called what? Economy. This is called what? Economy. Economy का मतलब होता है कि acquiring the resources at the lowest cost but maintaining a quality. आप जो है ना, आपने सस्ता भी खरीदना है, but you should not lose any quality. This is called what? Economy. This is called what? Economy. Or effectiveness means it means using the resources in such a way to achieve objective. कि आपने effectiveness का मतलब ये होता है achievement of objectives. You are using your resources in such a way that you are achieving your objectives. Efficiency on the other side, efficiency means minimum input and maximum output. maximum output. If you are achieving economy, if you are getting the efficiency but not effectiveness, so it means that you are not achieving your objectives. So you have to achieve the economy, effectiveness, efficiency, all these three at the same time. So then your non-profit organization is doing good. Then your organization, non-profit organization, is doing good or well. So economy means purchasing the resources at the lowest cost, at a minimum cost, but at the same quality, at the maintaining the quality. Effectiveness means using the resources in such a way to achieve the ultimate objective. Ultimate objective. If you are using the resources and not achieving your objective, then there will be no benefit of your organization. Efficiency means, so it means minimum input with the uh, minimum input and getting the maximum output, or minimum input and getting the maximum output, that is called efficiency. For example, मैं आपको एक मिसाल देता हूँ. For example, you have a school, and this school is providing a free education for children. And for example, you got an objective that in this year 2020, so at least you will get the admission of students at least 2000 this year, at least 2000 this year. And if you achieve this 2000 admission and got the admissions in the students, then passed these students and promoted to next class. This will be your objective. Promoted to next class. Then it will be possible, and you have for example, you have a maximum funds. So within these funds, you have to manage all these things. For example, you have a $200,000. For example, you have a $200,000. With this, you have to manage all these things. So how are you efficiently achieving this target, using this money efficiently and achieving your target? If you, for example, you got the 2000 admissions and promoted and got the admission 2000 and started the education of these students, and at the end they promoted into the next classes, it means this is your effectiveness. This is your what? Effectiveness. This is your what? Effectiveness. Effectiveness means you are achieving your objective. You are achieving your objective. अगर आपकी एक एनजीओ है, उसका आपने टारगेट ये रखा है कि 2000 स्टूडेंट आपने इसमें दाखिल करने हैं और साल के एंड पे इनको आपने क्या करना है? कामयाब करना है और प्रमोट करना है. अगर आपने इस साल में आपने एक्टिविटी स्टार्ट की है और आप लोगों ने 2000 के एडमिशंस ले लिए हैं और इसके ऊपर आपने काम स्टार्ट कर दिया है, और एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर अगर वो 2000 स्टूडेंट्स प्रमोटेड टू नेक्स्ट क्लास हो गए हैं, सो इट मींस आपका जो ऑब्जेक्टिव था वो आपने क्या कर लिया? अचीव कर लिया. दिस इज कॉल्ड व्हाट? इफेक्टिवनेस. अब दूसरी हमारे पास इसमें क्या है कि इनको एजुकेट करने के लिए, जो 2000 स्टूडेंट्स हैं, इनको एजुकेट करने के लिए जो हमें रिसोर्सेज चाहिए, क्या आपने वो लो कॉस्ट के ऊपर आपने ली है कि नहीं ली है? मेंटेनिंग द क्वालिटी. लो कॉस्ट मीन लो कॉस्ट के ऊपर होने चाहिए, बट मेंटेनिंग द क्वालिटी. मेंटेनिंग द क्वालिटी मीन अगर आप इनके लिए कोई चेयर्स ले रहे हैं, इनके लिए टेबल्स ले रहे हैं, if you are buying the chairs, tables, whiteboard, so whether you bought them at a low cost but the good quality, low cost but good quality, इसको हम कहते थे इकोनॉमी. दिस इज कॉल्ड व्हाट? इकोनॉमी. आपने अच्छी चीज आपने कम कॉस्ट पे जब आप लेते हो, इसको हम कहते होते हैं लो कॉस्ट, लो प्राइस बट गुड क्वालिटी. बट good quality, this is called your what? Economy. This is called your what? इसको हम क्या कहते हैं? इकोनॉमी. इसको हम क्या कहते हैं? इकोनॉमी. और एफिशिएंसी हमारे पास क्या है? अगर आपकी कॉस्ट पर स्टूडेंट आ रही है, फॉर एग्जांपल कॉस्ट पर स्टूडेंट इज फॉर एग्जांपल $100 and you are spending achieving your objective, and your actual cost per student is, this is your estimated, for example, this is your estimated cost per student is $100. but actual your cost is coming, for example, $80 per student. So then this is called or what? Efficiency. This is called or what? Efficiency. इसको हम efficiency कहते थे। आपने उन्हीं पैसों से, आपने कम पैसों से सेम स्टूडेंट को आपने क्या कर दिया, आपने मिनिमम इनपुट से मैक्सिमम आउटपुट, you people got the maximum output there. So this is called our efficiency. This is called our efficiency. तो ये हमारे पास इसमें क्या है, इसका कॉन्सेप्ट है इन केस ऑफ नॉन प्रॉपर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Now the next concept is the ratio analysis, calculation of ratios. Calculation of ratios. So we have a different types of ratios here. So the first one is profitability ratios. Profitability ratios. In this chapter, you people have to remember these ratios. Okay, these ratios are calculated to know the profitability position of an organization. Profitability position of an organization. Profitability position of an organization. Profitability position of organization means, so profitability position of organization. In other words, with the help of these ratios, we can evaluate whether business is going on into profit or losses. Profit or losses. Or in the profitability ratios, we have these ratios. Following ratios are used. Following ratios are used to evaluate this. Number one, gross profit ratio. Gross profit ratio. Gross profit means gross profit divided by sales, into 100. Divided by sales into 100. Similarly, there is another one, net profit ratio. Net profit means net profit divided by sales. ये फॉर्मूले आपने याद करने हैं, ठीक है. नेट प्रॉफिट डिवाइड बाय सेल्स इनटू 100. इसमें से कुछ रेशियो मैं स्किप करता जाऊंगा आपको, ताकि आपको आसानी हो जाए. इसके बाद हमारे पास है रिटर्न ऑन कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड. रिटर्न ऑन कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड. कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड मीन इन्वेस्टमेंट मेड बाय ओनर. कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड. So return on capital employed हमारे पास आ जाएगा इक्वल टू net profit before interest and tax divided by capital employed. Divided by capital employed. And capital employed हमारे पास क्या कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं? How we can calculate this? So it is equal to total assets minus current liabilities. Minus current liabilities. total assets minus current liabilities, or share capital plus long-term loans or liabilities, long-term loans or liabilities. So any one of these two can be used to calculate the capital employed. इन दोनों में से कोई हम इसमें से क्या कर सकते हैं, यूज कर सकते हैं. इसके अलावा हमारे पास में है एसेट टर्नओवर. Asset turnover means how many times we are using our asset to generate sales. Turnover, asset turnover, it means how many times we are using assets